Hello YouTubers, this is AMH9217. I'm going to do a real quick video for you guys here, and I gotta go to bed. It's really late, and I got school tomorrow. Anyway, so I just want to let you know I got a SE60M, wrong engine, off eBay, brand new, and this apparently it's a limited edition. I believe this is, I guess they made a short line of these ones. So I did get the 3-window cab Burlington Northern SE60M, but this is the BN, but it's the patched one. So it comes stock with the patch above the Burlington Northern. So they removed the Burlington Northern, or just they never put it on and just put a little BNSF. That's all they did. Period. I did go online and looked for this number, and I got a picture of it. Actually, a real clean one, fresh out of the shop. And it's actually now my desktop on my laptop, because it's just my latest features. And the frame will be sold to EMD SC16R. EMD's. Yeah, I think I got his. I can't remember his name. Sorry, Eddie. I know your name though. Anyway, so yeah, there's your frame right there. You have stupid the McHenry couplers, but I'm going to give you nice Katie number 5s for you. So yeah, I'll get to the frame here in a minute, but let me show off the shell here. My plan, what to do with this is to, I want to get an Athearn Genesis SC60M frame. So I've been browsing online. I'm probably just going to buy an undecorated model while I still can for like $88, because I can't get them anywhere else, honestly. And then take the frame and paint it black, stain black, and then work the frame, file it down, whatever I need to do to make this shell fit. Athearn Genesis, and honestly nobody else, I think maybe Atlas did for N-Gauge, did not make the 3-window cab. And that's what I wanted. I wanted the 3-window cab. And what I want to do is, why I want to put it on the Athearn Genesis frame is because that way it has the Athearn Genesis drive, and I can run it with a 2-window SC60M that I'm planning to buy in the late future, probably not till spring or so, because they're still around. Unfortunately, they're sold out on Athearn, and I need to get my hands on one soon, because I've seen one for like $130, so I'm debating. But I got this one, picked it up dirt cheap for about $70. Not too bad. Eddie, you're getting a freaking steal on this frame, because I'm sure I can get a lot more on it. So $15 for this frame, has the DCC quick plug-in and everything. You got yourself a deal. So right now the last step to do is, unfortunately, I am a BNSF fan. I have BNSF's equipment, but I don't want this to be BNSF, so I'm going to take off the BNSF, put Burlington Northern underneath on the battery boxes, which are located down here. Stay still. Down here, on both sides. I do have the micro scale decals for the SC60M, so I have the correct ones for that to fix it. Has a little flag on the nose and everything. Very nice. I just really like this scheme. I like both of the SC60M schemes. Detailed extremely. We're talking, lift rings everywhere. I'm afraid of touching anything. Grab irons are great. Molded in glazed windshields and side windows. The correct fans. These are. Don't think there's a Q, because the blades are different. They're not. As you can see, the blades. If you can tell, I can tell. The blades aren't all cattywampus and off balance. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them. So yeah, so this engine is gonna be whoops, come on, there we go. So that's my plan, is get an Athearn SC60M frame and then put this on it. The last step is, okay, so because I'm not gonna have it BNSF, it's gonna just be Burlington Northern. And yes, I've looked up the photos, like I just said. And even when they patched in BNSF, they kept it the same cab number, the 9223. I went online, and fresh out of the factory, the 9223. I have this my backdrop now, or my screensaver, whatever. And fresh out of the shop, it had a rotary on the top with a firecracker antenna too, which is kind of cool, because that's what they actually come with. you have the option of putting in, you can see your clear lenses in there for your rotaries. You have two different kind of rotary beacons. You have a rotary beacon and then a flasher. And then it gives you 4 ditch lights. I don't know why they gave me 4, but the option of ditch lights, and then also wind deflectors, a silica flyer, or I think it's pronounced silica, I don't know, radio antenna, an EOTD or a FRED, end of train device antenna to pick up your end of the train device, and also 2 firecracker antennas, and also wind deflectors for the side of the windows. So of course I'll put a firecracker on, and also the wind deflectors. The ditch lights I will not put on this, I guess, because unfortunately when the 2-window cab came, or when the 2-window SD60Ms, when they came fresh out of the shop, they had rotaries on the top, and they did have miniature ditch lights. I don't know, they just more look like classification lights, little small guys. They're just tiny. But they look like ditch lights. Apparently, though, unfortunately for the 3-window locomotive, until BNSF was bought out 96, I think. And I think ditch lights were passed or mandated in 92, I believe. I think. I may be off by a couple of years. But all I know is once they went over, then they put ditch lights on them. The front pilot along the walkway, for one, when you look at the thing when it came fresh out of the shop, right here where the handrails are basically mounted, that's all white down here. The front end of it's white. When they put ditch lights on it, they made it black. And I figured the white down here was to catch people's attention as you went through grade crossings, is my assumption. So this locomotive will not receive ditch lights, even though I could technically put them on because it is a patched BNSF, or BN. But it's going to be just B Burlington Northern, and it's going to be the early style because I need some more BN stuff. So it's going to get it's just going to be BN without ditch lights. It'll have a rotary and it'll light up. The number boards are neat because they're all molded in with the lighting, so I'll be able to I'm going to cut them separate because this will have DCC in it. So I'll have the number boards light up separately from the headlights. I'll get the same thing with the back. I'll get the rotary to flash. When I get my Athearn Genesis SD60M, I'll also make it an early locomotive, but I will actually keep the ditch lights on it or modify the ditch lights to make them the correct kind, the smaller type. But still have ditch lights on it with a rotary, because the 2-window cab ones, they had a rotary and small ditch lights on them for a while. And then right after the ditch lights became mandated, BN and BNSF, whatever, they just scrapped all the rotaries and they got rid of them all. The last locomotives you really saw rotaries on are just like SW1500s, SW1000s, just like little yard switchers. And then now everything's becoming radio controlled equipped. Now they're coming back with them, but they're not rotary. They're like strobe lights flashing. But yeah, so there's the shell. That's it in a nutshell. I'm really stoked for it. We'll just have to see how this goes, one step at a time. And I just got paid too. So I'm debating if I want to spend the money and get the frame for it. If not, I'll just hold off and wait a while. It also it has a winterization hatch, 2 snow plows, and sunshades to put on in here too. As well, I'll put the winterization hatch on it too because that's per the prototype. Okay, Eddie, I could take it out, but I put it back in. I don't want to touch it because it's too fragile. You have your sand. They can barely see them, unfortunately, because of the poor lighting in here. You have your sanders on the inner sides. You'll have your fuel tank details, like your air vents and overfills. Roller bearing trucks. Brake line for the air reservoirs on the trucks. On the end, you'll have a headlight, a backup light back here. And then here, the separate board, where my finger's pointing, that guy, that's your 8-pin DCC plug-in. So you pop that out and rewire everything, apparently. But that's where you put your decoder, plug it into, I believe. Or, no, I'm sorry. You take out this board down here, sorry, and then you plug your DCC board into this. Excuse me, that's wrong. But yeah, nice wound motor and everything. Universal joints, not dog bones, but universal joints for the worm gear. You can kind of see them down there. I haven't ran it yet, but I may run it a couple times back and forth to make sure it runs before I ship it off to you. So yeah, so there's your frame, Eddie, for $15. You got lucky bastard. So yeah, I'm sure it'll go. I'm sure you'll make good use of this guy, and then I'll find a frame for that. But in due time, in due time. Okay, I better go to bed. Yeah. So any questions, whatever, hit me up, message me, subscribe, rate, the same old, same old. So yeah. I have a Burlington Northern Earl Walters 41-foot ballast car coming, and I think that's it. I don't think I'm expecting some ditch lights and some red LEDs, but I'm not going to get the LEDs till like December because they came from China. But yeah, that's about it. Putting the rest of my money into my layout that I'm starting to construct with some friends. So yeah. That'll be a separate video, and I'll talk to you guys about that later. Anyway, but it's going to be 19 by 12 feet, and then we're going to have I think a 16-foot staging yard too to add on to it. That's like 5-6 tracks wide. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys more about that later, but that's a whole other time. Anyway, this is AMH9217 signing out. Have yourselves a good evening. So yeah, take it easy, and I'll get another video up to you guys soon. Later.